it's your geek with the technique. Shooting up the whole competition. And I just want to really talk about something today, alright? If it's not for crap and mooch gamer charging people to play with them online, which I think is totally stupid, there's more other useless, stupid nonsense out there. I hear a lot of fanboys of the Xbox talk about how it's cool and they can beat PS4 because the Project Scorpio is going to be native 4K. And I'm like, okay, in native 4K, what do you say, yay? I mean, I understand. So because its resolution is possibly nice, it's better than the PS4? I don't understand. Now, don't get me wrong. I have owned a PS4 and a Xbox One, so I love the Xbox One. I love the PS4. The Xbox One does something that the PS4 can, and the PS4 does something that the Xbox One can't as well, all right? But I don't like this whole type of competition because there's no competition to begin with in the first place. The only way the Project Scorpio will be better in any terms of the PS4 is if it gets into a large audience of better exclusivity and better exclusive game titles. That's the only way I see Project Scorpio ever making it, in my opinion. Project Scorpio, for the price range, which is too high in my opinion, after coming out with the Xbox One S, which was last year, Microsoft decides to double down and tell you guys, hey, let me tell you guys to go buy another console. Now, I know Phil Spencer did say, all right, I will give him the props where the props are due. Phil Spencer did say, you know, the console is not for everyone. Not everyone has to buy the console. I agree, all right? Not everyone has to buy the console. But they're putting it out there for a reason, because they want people to buy it, all right? They're not just putting it out there knowing that not everyone wants to buy it, because they think, or if you want to be like, you know, have the consumer mind, or not the consumer mind, but the market mind, you want to say, we want people to go buy it. We need people to go buy it, because all that hardware and the time we invested in this piece of hardware needs to build up the money, all right? We want the money back from what we generated in this whole entire product that we've made. And if you're making something that's between $600, because Phil Spencer did say that it's more than the Xbox One S and the Xbox One. Now, if it's more than that, you have to look at a range of maybe around $400, $500, or $600. If it is $600, no way I'm buying it. If it's $500, no way I'm buying it. If it's $400, no way I'm still buying it, because it's stupid. Why would I buy something when its competitors are just doing everything they're doing just at a lower price? Now, I understand we don't know a lot about Project Scorpio right now. I don't know a lot about Project Scorpio right now. To its point of information that it hasn't been given yet. Hopefully at E3 2017, the information can be given. But from what I'm seeing right now, fanboys are talking about how it's going to be better. It's going to revolutionize the console game. It's going to be the most powerful console ever. And maybe from a hardware standpoint, then yes, it's probably going to be the most powerful console ever. But it's going to be the best console ever. And that's a definitely no. All right? Just because you're the most powerful doesn't make you the best. Just because Hulk is the most powerful in the Avengers doesn't make him the best Avenger. And then, okay, just because the console of the Xbox Project Scorpio is the best in its arena doesn't make it the best out of all consoles. And that's what fanboys are saying. It's the best. It's going to be the best. It's going to be all this and all that. And right now, it looks like PS4 is just whooping them out of the water. I remember for 4 months, the Xbox One S beat the PS4. It beat the PS4, and I was so proud of it. I think it was around 4 months, if I'm not guessing off my estimate, off the top of my head, off the top of my dome piece. But I remember beating it for 4 months, the Xbox One S. And that's because this was a type of console that should have came out before the Xbox One. But I can understand, you know, it's cool to make a slimmer version of something, and you know, to produce cheaper hardware and things like that, as told by Rambo's Corner. Thank you, Rambo's Corner. Now, with that being said, I think that if you're going to be making people buy this console, if you're going to be ever try to tell people, hey, you guys should come out here and buy this console, it's something that needs to be talked about to a range where it needs to have something pulling it, something making people say, I want to buy this console. Why do I want to buy it? Why do I want to buy the PS4? Well, because the PS4 looks slimmer. It was cheaper than the Xbox One when it first came out, and you know, it's just a lot more, you know, in my opinion, better than the Xbox One. Better exclusive titles, better hardware. The fan isn't loud. It doesn't overconsume my energy use. It's a lot better. It isn't like a big VCR. I mean, it's good, all right? And that's why I like the PS4 over the Xbox One. Now let's go to a new thing. Do I like the PS4 over the Nintendo Switch? Yes, all right. And should I? Yeah, I should. But it doesn't mean that Nintendo's trying to compete with them, because Nintendo said they're not trying to compete with the PS4 or the Xbox One. So I want to leave that range away from where it is. I mean, come on, let's be honest here. It's like picking on a little kid versus a bully, all right? We already know that it's an advantage because the little kid has no strength and the bully has all this strength. And that's the thing about it. We can't, say the Nintendo Switch is the best because they're not trying to compete with them. And obviously, through their hardware and everything else they have, they're not trying to compete. But what I will say is, let's get to the price of Scorpio and the PS4, because most people are saying that it's going to beat the PS4. Most people are saying it's going to sell more than the PS4. Some people are saying that in my circle, in my arena, and I hear about it most of the time on Twitter sometimes. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. We don't have a lot of information on it. Can you give me some more information on it? And all we know is supposed to be the most powerful console ever. It's supposed to be at native 4K, which is okay, but I'm pretty sure a PC can do the same thing. I mean, like, it's no difference in it, all right? Just because they can run at native 4K. I mean, if that's what I cared about, I would go to a PC. Rambo's Corner said the same thing, but if that's what all I cared about, I would go to a PC, all right? But that's not what all I care about. I don't care about everything from a technical standpoint. I care about what the console is made for to do, which is to play video games. Now, depending on what it's able to show, the price of Scorpio will not be anything if not for its exclusivity. If it doesn't have any good exclusive titles, if they pull that stuff like they pulled for Scalebound, if they pull that, they're done. I'm pretty sure the profits that they made, or they probably integrated into this console, will not be as much as they get, or the output they will get won't be as much, and they'll be ending up looking more stupider than before. Now, that's not to say that I think that Xbox or Microsoft is stupid at all. I believe some of the decisions and the choices they've made before in the past were stupid, but do I believe that they can advance and, change the game? Yes, I do think they can do that if they look at the biggest picture of them all. Exclusives. Microsoft thinks we don't care about exclusives. We do care about exclusivity. They don't think we care about the technical standpoint. And at times we do care about the technical standpoint. When the Xbox came out, it was a big VCR. It was a big energy, consumer. It was just overall, it wasn't like a big VCR. I didn't like it at all right? I owned it because all my other friends had it. It was a good social aspect console, but it wasn't just better than the PS4. And then you got something like this coming aboard. You got something like the Xbox Pride Scorpio, and we don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it looks like. What does it look like? I have not seen it yet. We'll probably see it at E3 2017, so I'm not going to get too mad at that. What is it? What does it do? All right, I know it pulls out a 4K native, but come on, give me some more technical hardware. I heard about the teraflops. I heard about this and everything else. It's trying to compete with the PC hardware and everything else, but it can't do it. We already know it can't. So just stick to what makes you good. Your games. What makes you good, consoles? You guys being able to play video games. That's what makes us good. That's what makes us console players, not the best in the world, but that's why we stick to our consoles, because they can play games and still retain a social aspect with your friends. No matter if you have to pay it, no matter if you don't have to pay it, no matter if you're doing this, no matter if you have to do that. I've been in the system for about 9 years now, and I've paid for Xbox Live, and I don't care that I pay for it. I really don't care about it. I really don't. Because I'm 16 and my mother pays for it. I don't have to pay for it until I turn 17, and that's what happens. And yes, I'm a mother's boy. I'm a mama's boy. But still, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Well, now, do I buy the consoles on my own? Well, of course I buy my consoles on my own. I mean, come on now. I have to do this right here, right now. I have to get a job. I have to work to get the money, and that's how I work to do it. Okay? But that's a whole personal story from another, for another time. The big picture of this all is, just because it can run at 4K native doesn't mean it's the best. Resolution isn't the overall big outcome for me. It's what it can offer other than its resolution. But from a technical and exclusive standpoint, what are the games they're going to be offering? I heard they're going to be pulling out Red Dead Redemption and Forza Horizon 7, for Red Dead Redemption 2 and Forza Horizon 7 on there to test that out and see how it looks. Ooh, it looks so good. Ooh, it looks so good. I don't care how it looks, Microsoft. Stop thinking about what people think and just talk about 4K native. I care about what you have to offer on that console. If I'm paying $600, $400, or $500, all right, I want a $600, $500, $400 type of equipment that makes me feel that I paid the right amount. And if it doesn't, screw you guys, I'm going home. Tell me what you guys think about the Pride of Scorpio in the comments below. I'll see you guys later. I just had to ramble, had to rant about that for a minute. So I'll see you guys later on the Next Geekish Gamer Show. Bye, guys.